Well, howdy, welcome back. Today is costumed Flosstube number 2. I love it. This one comes courtesy of my dance showcase this past spring. So yeah, I think it's a lot of fun. Anyway, hi. If you're new here, I'm Carrie, this is Lexi, this is the DNA Geek Crafts. I'm the DNA Geek. I'm not sure what she is other than, as far as she's concerned, boss. And this is our chance to show you what I've been working on for her to look cute and get in the way as much as she possibly can and just generally have a little bit of stitchy fun. Before I start, I wanted to give you guys a technical heads up. I had some issues last week in that my computer hardcore crashed, as in it wouldn't reboot, and I didn't think I was going to get the Flosstube up last week because it was after I got done editing and started to upload it. Sometimes it freezes during upload and I have to restart the computer to get it unfrozen. My computer is almost 10 years old. I know that the day is coming and it's coming quickly. But I'm trying to limp along as long as I can because I can't afford to replace it right now. So I restarted it, and when I restarted it, it would not boot. That was frightening, and after several hours, I figured it out, and it is still limping along, but should the day come when you're expecting a Flosstube from me and you don't get one, my computer probably died. And as I said, I cannot afford to replace it right now, especially not with like the life update stuff that those of you who have been following know is going on. So there would be a learning curve involved in me moving on a new platform. I could probably record it on my iPad and upload it from there. The editing quality will go down, but I mean, it can't really be helped. So yeah, if you ever don't see a Flosstube from me, since I don't have 1,000 subscribers yet, I can't give you all a little notification saying, no Flosstube this week because my laptop died, finally, really died. So it'll just be, I'll probably put a note on my Instagram if you follow me there, at DNA Geek Crafts. So that's that. There was something else I wanted to say before I got into whips, and I can't remember what it is. Oh no, it was about whips. Okay, so we're here. So, I am coming to you hat in hand. Well, not literally, because you don't want to see me take this hat off my head. If you think my hair is messy on a normal day, you should see it after I take a hat off. I am confessing. Yesterday I did 119 stitches. I had an entire day off and I did 119 stitches. And the rest of the day I played Stardew Valley. Actually, it was a nice break. But I am way behind. The confession part is to tell you that I'm way behind where I was intending to be. And there's a lot less here than I thought there was going to be. But there's still quite a bit. I think I got a decent amount done. So we'll jump right in with whips and show you what I've been working on. So first up, we'll start with the ones I only got a little bit done on. First up is the Cozy Cafe Stitch Along from the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. And the last time I showed it to you, I had just barely gotten it started. This is the one that I'm doing with my friend the Cooking Nerd that we waited until life got settled down to actually get a start. And last week our goal was to get in 1 stitch. And this is what I got in. And this week I didn't do a whole lot more. My plan was to work on this in between some of the other things that I was working on. And I got about over the course of the weekend, 119 stitches in on it. This is done on, oh, the needle is sticking to a different needle minder. Okay. This is done on 16 count Haley's Garden by Mystic Fabrics. And here is all the further that I've gotten. And I am sorry, the light in here is miserable today. I'm having to film at a time I normally wouldn't because I have a dance event tonight. So I would usually film in the evening, and instead I'm having to film in the afternoon. And as you can see, the light is not cooperating. So I'm gonna do my best to get around it, but it's the best I can do today. So sorry, not sorry. The other alternative was nothing. So here it is. So you can see, I got some of the scallops along the bottom of the shelf done, a little bit of the shelf. I'm trying to block it the best I can and it's not working. I got one of the raspberries done and I got a little bit of a start up here in the corner, and wow, the lighting is miserable in here today. And the blinds are closed, that's the best I can do. So yes, there it is in all its barely started glory. You can kind of see it better from back here, you just can't actually see the stitching. But again, 16 count, Haley's Garden, Mystic Fabrics, Cozy Cafe, Frosted Pumpkin Sal. Just a teeny bit done this week. Next up, the other thing I was planning to try to work on in between the things that I really had to get done this week is the Witchy Stitcher Cryptid Sal. And the last time I showed it to you, I had just finished the Enfield Horror and I just barely started the corner of the Jersey Devil and it looked like this. And that's about exactly where I am. I got in maybe another 100 or 200 stitches since the last time I showed it to you. So here's where I'm at. So you can see I've just gotten a little bit more of the frame done and I've started to work on the cryptid itself. And the new cryptid came out Friday and it is Chupacabra. Couldn't remember, Chupacabra. So I really want to get back to working on this one. This week is probably not going to happen, and I'll get into that a little bit when I go into plans, but a little bit of a closer look. I just love the way this one is turning out. Oh, I love it so much. So there it is, Cryptid Cell. Next up is one of the projects I started working on. The reason that my spooky projects didn't get much love this week is I am way behind on Crystal Academy, and this past week and the coming week are called Remedy Weeks. They're a chance for me to get caught up on some of the classes that I missed. To do that, I have to do 3,450 stitches across 5 different projects. I am pleased to report I got 2 of those projects taken care of, so I have 3 left and I got to start on the 3rd. The 3rd one is the one I'm going to show you right now. It's We Do Disney by Rocking Horse Cross Stitch. And the last time I showed this to you was probably before spooky season started, so it's been over a month, if not closer to 2. And it looked like this. And it doesn't look a whole lot different right now. Hopefully by the end of this week it will, because I should get in another 800 stitches. No, not 800. There's only 750 total. Another 600 stitches on this one before the end of this week, or before Monday the 18th. Monday the 18th at noon, I think, is when it ends. So yeah, here's where I am right now. Oh, and I meant to take this one out of the Q-snap, and I'm not going to because I didn't get done with it. The plan was to show you the whole thing after I took it out of the Q-snap, but the plan was also to have at least another 350 stitches done on it. So basically all I got done was I finished the word sometimes and the, and I'm working on take over here in the corner. And that's really all I got done on it. But hey, any progress is progress, right? And I've got to get, this is the one that should get done this week, even if the other two don't get touched. The other two being Grimm's Fairy Tales by Clouds Factory and Be a Sunflower by Oh My Stitches Shop. So this is as far as I got on this one. I've got plans to work on it some more this week though. It is a Christmas gift, so I've kind of got to get onto it if I'm going to get it out this year. But the recipient doesn't know it's coming, so it could always be for a later date. Don't you just love how I just let goals go like that? I used to freak out about them, and now it's just the people that know they're getting gifts have actually already gotten their gifts because I can't hold on to anything. So yeah. And then we get into the stuff where I actually made some progress. So yeah, those three I didn't make a lot of progress on, but I touched six projects, and the other ones got a significant amount of work done on them. This one maybe not as significant, but I had a minor crisis earlier this week, and it kind of coincided with the Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp going down. And when that happened, I lost my contact with my stitchy friends. So I was having a freak out completely by myself. But this is Deal Struck. And the last time that I showed it to you, hopefully I got a decent picture of the area that I'm working in, and it looked something like this. And Silver Bunny Stitches had asked me to show that from farther away. And I'm glad that they did that, even though it gave me a minor heart attack, because it was, well, if you remember, this is what it looked like when I showed it from far away. And the problem with that is if I'm holding that fabric in portrait orientation, and the picture is in landscape. $18,500 stitches, and it's in the wrong orientation. So yeah, I had a minor freak out. I had a large freak out. Basically, I was saying, well, this project is done because there's no way that I am frogging 18,500 stitches and starting over at this point. It'll be thrown into some deep, dark corner of a closet in the craft room, maybe someday to be seen again, but probably not. And then I calmed down and remembered that it is almost essentially square. And because of that, when you buy pre-cut pieces of fabric, most of you I'm sure know this, sometimes you have to buy a lot more in one direction or the other than you actually need, because you need a certain width, but the width is always the shorter. So then your length ends up being super long. Does that make sense? Well, that's exactly what happened here. So even though I did do it in portrait instead of landscape, it is actually almost completely centered. It's about 20 stitches to the right of where it needs to be. And then I've got about a foot of extra fabric at the bottom. So we will continue working on Deal Struck. And here is where it is right now. So I have the first column of this page completely done. And I've made a decent amount of progress on the second part. I'm working this little blue part in between my strands of black. And then when I get over here to the other side, there will be a little bit of Ciel's cravat that I start working on. So I will get a little bit more color in this. The page is not going to be 100% black, but it's going to be darn close. So we are in the boring portion of this one for now, and it's going to be all black. Although today with the sun the way it is, you can really see some of these, you can see these navies better than you usually can. Sometimes they just blend right into the black, depending on the lighting. So we are continuing to work on it. It's not the end of the world. It just felt like it for a while. And of course, that had to be the day that all of my communication with all of my stitchy friends went away. But it's fine. And we are rolling right along. And we probably got in about another month and a half to 2 months on this page that is very boring. And then we'll move back over to the fun stuff over here. Okay, and then that brings me to the two that I actually got quite a bit of work done on. They were required declared whips for my Crystal Academy projects that I was trying to catch up on this week. They're two of the ones that I really like, so working on them is not a hardship. Putting them down is a hardship. And I forgot the poster, or I forgot the cover shot for the first one, so I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. First of these two is the Witch's Spell from Autumn Lane Stitchery, and this is what it looks like. I love this one. Purples and greens. They're my favorite Halloween colors. I'm not into this orange stuff. Purple and green and black. The last time I showed this to you, probably not as long ago as we do Disney, but a long time ago, it looked like this. And the last time that I worked on it was actually the week that it was up for Crystal Academy, so I got 3 of the 5 stages done. So I got 300 stitches done. I had 450 left this week. And so this is what it looks like after putting those 450 stitches in. I really do love this. This is on 16 Count Atlantis by Bestitch Me. And you can see I'm working up here in the corner with the ghosties. Got some of the branches done. I also got this tree down here further in. There is no $37.99 left on this page. That's the first color that I've actually gotten done with. So I'm actually making progress towards a page finish on this one, although there's quite a bit left to do. So even though there's only just this tree down here in the corner and a little bit, like maybe 3 rows left on the bottom of the witch, this entire portion is solid stitching. So I still have a long way to go just to get this page finished. But I'm really happy with how it's turning out. I love the way that it's turning out on this fabric. This was one of my more adventurous choices. I usually try to stay in the same color family as they recommend, but I fell in love with this piece. This was my very first ever fabric of the month from any place, and I loved it, and I felt like it went with this pattern. And so I took a chance on it, and it was kind of a little bit of a chance, really, because I didn't even do a floss toss. I hope that the color is not shifting for you all as it is for me. If it is, I'm sorry. I don't know why my phone is doing that. But it's shifting from like warm to cool, warm to cool, warm to cool. And I don't know why, because my light is not shifting. But at any rate, here it is, The Witch's Spell by Autumn Lane Stitchery. And unfortunately, I'm probably gonna have to put this one down for a while to get some of my other goals accomplished. And it really hurts to have to do that. But c'est la vie, right? And the last one, which ties in very nicely because we can go ahead and jump in. I'll jump into haul next, and then I'll do future plans afterwards. But is the Zodiac Sal from Tiny Modernist Cross Stitch. And Actually, this is my only piece of haul besides my trick-or-treat opening. So I'll go ahead and show it now because that's a lot better than me going back and trying to find an updated copy of the Sal online, download that picture and put it in. I can just show it to you right here. So that's what it'll look like when it's done. This pattern that I just received is Scorpio. Needless to say, if you know me at all, you know I am not here. I am still working up here on Pisces, the second release. So here is the last time I showed it to you. This is what it looked like. And here is what it looks like right now. So you can see, let me see if you can see. All right, yeah, you can see. I had been working on Pisces, so I finished all of the purple finned fish and did a bit more of the outside, and then I've got a really good chunk done on the pink-tailed or pink-finned fish. So yeah, this is another one that I really love, and given a chance, I would just work on all the time, but I don't have time. I've got other things that need my attention, so I'm trying to be mature and not work on just what I want to, because otherwise it would be this. This is incredibly bright light. I am so sorry about the lighting this week. This is 16 count? I think it might be 16 count. Picture This Plus Phantom, in case you were wondering. You can see it's got a little bit of purple in it, but it's primarily navy. So that is what I worked on this week. I've already shown you half my haul, so I might as well show you the rest. I have been working steadily on unboxing the Black Needle Society trick-or-treat box. It's been really hard to not just go ahead and rip open the whole thing. But I have managed to do one a day. So since my last Flosstube, I'm gonna go ahead and show you now the ones that I've previously opened. Okay, day 4. The last 2 days, we've gotten this lovely pattern in silks. Let's try that again. Oh shoot, this is the wrong package. I've sneaked ahead. Oh, I didn't look too close at what they were. But day 10, getting a bunch of floss. As if you couldn't tell that from the shape of the package. Okay, so got this lovely blood spatter is lovely. Now we got this awesome Ada and floss. You can see all the colors. I love this witchwood, it's so cool. Today's the pattern, so hi Lex. What? We interrupt this opening. You've had access to me all afternoon. I haven't been feeling well today, so someone got some snuggles. Yeah, you can get down now. Anyway, I don't know why I'm telling you all that. Pattern. I see bendy stitchy swirls. Ah! Oh, how fun. It is Hildy's Chupacabra Campout. So cool. I love Hildy. I'm doing the cryptid salve, so I've got chupacabras are fit in there. And just, yeah, fun stuff. So there we go. There's day 4. All right, it's October 5th, so we're up to day 5. I think it's probably good that I'm feeling a little hungry right now because I think this might be a snack. The Laughing Forest, blood orange with elderflowers. Skull. You can't really see it too well through that. But there are actually flowers for the eyes in the skull. And yeah, you still can't see that. All for me, none for you. So yes, there is day 5. A little treat. All right, it's October 6th, and I'm kind of excited because today I get to open this big box that has been sitting here mocking me the whole time. So let's see what's inside. Are you going to see what's inside too, Lulu? It's not for puppies, I can tell you that much. It's not for puppies. It is some sort of cup with a spoon. I'll have to look up exactly what it is here in a second. But I love, it's got a little Rocky Horror picture show. Light, glare, difficult. A little Rocky Horror picture show. I see you shiver with anticipation. Fun. I'll make sure exactly what it is. Scratchy scratch. It says Horror Snack Cup by the Black Needle Society. Whip up a tasty snack to bring on your next evening drive. Your lips will shiver with anticipation. So there we go. That is today's little snack cup. Okay, October 7th. Gift number 7. Let's see what this is. Lexi is examining. The Black Needle Society presents Feed Me Seymour, Green Vines, Moss, Damp Earth, 100% soy candle. It's an interesting smell. I don't know. And when I say interesting, I don't mean interesting like bad. I mean, I don't know if I like it or not. Well, I guess we'll find out. I'll burn it. So there we go, day 7, candle. Okay, October 8th. Let's see what's in day 8. Hi, Lex. Wanna come up and say hi? I've been told I need more Lexi content. Come on. So here she is. All right, you've seen the box before. You've examined the box. Yes, I like you too. There's nothing up here you haven't seen before. Are you saying hi to the camera? It is a Thriller project bag. That is so cool. A few years ago, the dance studio did, they usually do a Halloween show. This year it got moved for reasons, but the first year that they did it, we did a group dance to Thriller, and maybe one of my Flosstubes, I'll wear my zombie makeup from that. But yeah, so I love it. So I lied. In the video that you didn't see, I said I wasn't going to re-record this, but then when I played it back, I really had to. I had something on my face when I recorded it the first time, and it was super distracting. So sorry that you don't get to see that. That was me opening day 9, cute little vampire on the back. And I have to admit that I already knew what this one was because I had, I could read the tag through the bag. But this is the fabric. I believe it's for the next kitted project. I haven't scratched off the pumpkin yet to be sure, but I think it's for the next kitted project because tomorrow's sure looks like floss. Actually, I know tomorrow's is floss because at one point I picked this up thinking it was 3 to look at the silks again that were in package 3 and opened this and saw. So I know it's floss. I actually know largely what it is, which is making it harder not to open all these at once. Are you busy? And this is 11 is obviously a pattern. So I'm assuming this is the fabric for the next kitted project. It is from Be Stitch Me, one of my favorites. It's an 18 or a 32 count, which is also my count, linen in catacombs. And it's very pretty. It's almost like the color looks a lot like the color of that After the Harvest that I showed in last week's Flosstube that was my fabric of the month from Brandy. So really thrilled to have another piece that looks kind of like that one. I figured out what I'm going to do with that one, by the way, so stay tuned because that will come out shortly. Anyway, so that is today's 32 count linen catacombs. See you again tomorrow. And that leads me to today's, which unfortunately I feel like is kind of a 10, not 0110, which I kind of feel like is a letdown because I already know what's in this box because I opened it accidentally thinking it was the box 3 when I was going to show, well, if you watched last week, you know, I was going to re-show you the silks and I grabbed this box instead and I opened it and pulled it out. So I know that this is the floss for the next kitted project and it's all DMC. So here it is. Oh, wow, is it a lot of DMC though? Four skeins of 310, as if I didn't already have a cone of this. Have you seen the projects I work on? We've got some more grays. Let's see what I've got. Here's 2 skeins of 844. Oh, I'll pick you up in a minute. I'm not gonna go through these number by number. So, got some grays. Got some browns. Some greens. And then miscellaneous other colors, yellow, flesh tone, tan. And these are going to go on this fabric that I opened yesterday. I don't know, I don't think I have enough hands to do the floss toss for the whole thing. And I only need one of each of those colors. So yeah, that gives you kind of an idea. Fortunately, I won't really know how it goes together until I see the pattern, which is tomorrow. So it won't be until next week for y'all. There are a lot of people that are doing daily openings. If you really wanted to find them, do you want me to do a daily opening? I could upload a video every day. The reason I haven't been doing it on Instagram is I don't want to spoil the surprise. I know there are some people who are waiting to open the whole thing at midnight on Halloween. And so I don't want to spoil the surprise. And yes, you can do the thing where you show, like, this is the first picture and then the actual gift is the second picture on Instagram. But I found that sometimes it shows me like the second or third picture in a series. So you're not really nesting it. Yeah, I don't know why Instagram does that, but they do. So I really don't want someone who is waiting patiently to be just scrolling through Instagram and come across my photo of what's in the box. Because if I did a daily video, it would be voluntary. You would click on it because it wouldn't be the thumbnail. So you would click on the video and you would watch it if you wanted to see what you're doing. But on Instagram, it's kind of, you don't have that element of choice. If you follow me, there is a chance that when you scroll up, it won't sit on the nested picture. It will be flipped to the picture that you don't want to see. So I don't want to spoil the surprise for anyone else. So I'm not doing them daily on Instagram. And I thought that doing a video every day, a quick 2 or 3 minute video, seemed a bit much. But if it's not, and that's something you'd like to see me do, let me know. I'll gladly switch for the rest of the time. Or I may just completely lose it and just open the rest of them one of these days. I don't know. It's getting harder every day. I thought once I got there and I could kind of console myself with opening one, I thought that would get easier, and instead it seems like it's getting harder. I don't know. I don't know why that is. I forgot something. I reviewed my notes before I started and I still forgot. So those of you who've watched me for a little while know that some of my whips have theme songs. Not all of them, and they're not necessarily what you would choose, or like, they don't always make intuitive sense. I think this one does though. I have a new whip that has a theme song. It's been in my head the entire time I've been working on it. I think this probably makes sense because the first part that I'm working on is Raspberry Mocha. But for the Cozy Cafe cell, which, oh, you can get, the light has changed and it looks a little better now. So yeah, there you go. There's the Cozy Cafe cell. The theme song for this one is Prince's Raspberry Beret. So there you go. Now it's in your head too. You're welcome. So that's all I have for whips. That's all I have for haul. Somebody in one of my Discord servers said they hate the word haul, and now I'm very, like, self-conscious about saying it. What would be a different word? What would you use instead? That seems to be the one everybody uses. That's kind of like in the Flosstube vocab, that's the word. I don't know. Stash acquisition? Stash augmentation? I used that once. I don't know. Suggestions? Comments, questions? I'm the only person who worries about stuff like this? I don't know. So, plans. Crystal Academy. So I'm going to try to keep working on We Do Disney. I'm going to try to get in some work on the other two. I don't think I'm going to get all the way done, if for no other reason than I hate working on Grimm's right now. So I just might not do it. I need to get back to some of my spooky ones. I need to work on Cozy Cafe. I'm kind of... This point in the year is usually when I get all excited about participating in groups and games and stuff at the beginning of the year. And then once I hit October, I really just want to do what I want to do. And that doesn't go with the game aesthetic. So I'm not really a very good player because about October time, I get bored and don't want to play anymore. Magical Stitches, I don't think I've even looked at the weekly prompts in a month and a half. I've been kind of working on the monster battles because I can work on whatever I want for those, but yeah, my whips that I chose for Crystal Academy right now are just not doing it for me. So it's been hard to work on those, but I'm gonna try. I will at least get We Do Disney up to the 750, so the 600 more stitches on that. And then Sunflower and Grimm's, we'll see. I'm gonna try to get a couple levels of each done at least. I want to keep within striking distance of getting caught up on the Cryptid Sal. And then I want to get back to the Blackwork Sal, and I need to get back to Lakeside because part 5 of 6 just got released today, and I still haven't frogged my levitating mouse on part 2. It's fine. It's all fine. It's supposed to be fun, right? So I'm going to stop trying to stress so much, and I'm going to start working on making it fun. But at the same time, I don't want to let down my dorm mates who are playing the game and being serious for Crystal Academy. Magical Stitches, there's a lot of people, so I don't think they miss me as much. But Crystal Academy, they'll notice if I'm not there. So I think I've been angsting over this like the last 3 Flosstubes in a row. I turn on a camera, I reveal my deepest, darkest secrets. Well, okay, maybe not my deepest and darkest, but I feel like there's someone on the other end that knows me a little bit, so I feel like I can say this stuff. So that's kind of, my plan is just to kind of float along. I'm going to try to do Crystal Academy, but I'm going to do whatever gets stitching done. I don't actually know that I will get a lot done because I have just a few hours before I have to leave for dance this evening, so I won't get a lot done today. Tomorrow I don't have to work. It is Indigenous Peoples Day, and I get that as a holiday. They don't call it Indigenous Peoples Day, but that's what I call it. But tomorrow, life update. We've gotten into life update. So if you're not here for, or if you're here for only the stitching, this is where we part ways. See y'all later. Have a good week. If you are not, then let's get into life updates. Tomorrow's my interview. I'm starting to get nervous. It's a 30-minute interview. It can't be that. Obviously it's important, but this is not like it's a first interview. So it's only 30 minutes long. So it shouldn't be, it's a big deal, but it shouldn't be like a huge stressful part of my day. It's going to be a quick 30-minute, get it done and get it over with. And then comes the hard part, and that's the waiting to find out if actually anything is going to come of it. Other than that, I got my photo shoot set for my cosplay. We have kind of a soft reserve on 4 different dates because we're doing an outdoor shoot. So we need to make sure, and we're kind of looking for a certain vibe, and what the photographer said is they can achieve some of that with lighting, but not all of it. So we can't go out because we want something that's a little bit dreary and darker because the whole theme is like Victorian Gothic type. So we can't go out in the middle of a bright sunny day. There's only so much that color retouching in Photoshop can do. So we have a soft reservation on 4 days. And it will be, if everything comes together with like the weather and work schedules and everything. But it won't even, they don't even start, the first possible date is Tuesday, October 19th. So it'll be a few weeks before I get to tell you how that went, but I am really excited about having a professional photographer shoot one of my cosplays for the first time. I'm excited to be working with my friend Sebastian, who I made the Sebastian for. And yeah, it's going to be really a lot of fun, and I'm excited and looking forward to it. But that also means I'm going to be spending some time this week. The photographer asked us to... One moment, please. Why are you doing that, huh? Why don't you come up here? Come on. Come over here. You haven't done the spinny thing in a while. I'll even let you... I've been told there's not enough Lexi content in my stuff lately. No, not that. Here. This is where you like to be. What? I appreciate the kisses, but I really don't need them. You're not going to tackle me again, are you? Anyway, what was I saying? What was I saying before you started so rudely barking? Everybody, you get to see the side of Lexi's face. But as I was saying, the photographer has asked us to come up with some ideas. So I'm going to need to be going online and screenshotting some stuff. And what is that face? Oh my gosh. What? You're not coming. Screenshotting and just getting some ideas of the kind of aesthetic that we want. I am also going to need to practice my makeup because I'm going to have to be able to do that fast because we're going to be working with waning light, late fall photo shoots. When you don't get out of work until 5:30 or later. Are you quite comfortable? You know, I don't even know what to say anymore. So, interview, photo shoot. Those are really the two big things that are going on right now. The interview is holding a lot of my other plans hostage. So I'm not really making near-term plans. But one big thing that happened, I'm going to StitchCon! Yay! I'm going to be going to week B. So, what is that? Like the 16th or 19th? Something like that. Whatever the Thursday through Sunday is. That's the week I'm going to be there. If I've moved to Michigan by then, that's going to be really interesting because I also have Welcome to Night Vale in Cincinnati on the 21st. Yeah, the Tuesday. So it'll be interesting. I'm pretty much going to want to stay in Cincinnati. I'm not going to want to drive back. But I'm really excited. I am going to be rooming with my friend Crafty Rin. We are going with another of our friends' fever dreams, and I'm excited to get to meet new people and stalk some more popular Flosstubers than I am and go have a fun stitchy weekend. So that's to look forward to next year. And that's really about it. Reading, watching, listening to. I finished What If? And yeah, it was pretty good. It was not what I expected it to be when I started. They kind of surprised me. I didn't expect for the payoff that there was, but it was kind of cool. So I finished that. I'm still working my way through What We Do in the Shadows as that comes out every week on Hulu. And then I didn't really do a lot. I've been rewatching some of the stuff for some of my cosplay. I've been, and then I watched American Murder. I can't remember what the subtitle was. The Family Next Door or something like that. It was the Watts family out in Colorado, and that was very interesting. I don't know how I feel about it because almost all of it was actual footage, like body cam footage from the police officers. It was really real, and it was different from most of the documentaries that I've watched, and it felt kind of voyeuristic almost. So I don't know how I felt about it. It was very good. I've heard that story before, so it was interesting to see it kind of unfold in a different way. But reading, I haven't really done any lately. Oh, I am working my way through the Mark of Athena. I'm really liking the book so far. And I don't really have, the narrator still sucks. I really don't have a whole lot more to say about that. So that's really all that I've got for this week. Next week, provided my laptop doesn't die on me quite yet, I will continue with the costumed Flosstubes. I'll be back around. Oh, I will have one piece of haul. Now I cringe every time I say that word. My Taylor and Cromwell subscription box for October Halloween Creepypastas theme is in downtown Indianapolis right now, so it'll probably be delivered tomorrow. Or no, tomorrow is a federal holiday. It will probably be delivered Tuesday. So it says Wednesday. Usually it gets here a day earlier. But of course, not in time for today's video. So that's about all I've got. Gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Hope you all stay safe, stay healthy. I'll see you next time. Bye.